Hi friends, it's Amy Ferlici from the Gathering Inkspiration Stamp Studio. Today I'm going to show you how to make some super cute little gift enclosure cards along with some coordinating envelopes to go with them. So what I want to show you first of all is the products that we're using on these little cards and envelopes. This is, actually here we go, the Occasions, Stampin' Up! Occasions catalog. On pages 20 and 21 of the Occasions catalog is a fabulous suite of products called the Succulent Garden Suite. Let's see, on here we have the Succulent Garden Designer Series paper. That's the pretty, that gingham paper right there. And then the little succulent paper right there. That is from that pack of paper. Then we also have the Succulent Garden Cardstock pack. This is a fabulous thing that Stampin' Up! Did, I don't know, a couple of years ago maybe, where they include 24 sheets of 3 of the colors that are kind of predominantly used in the Designer Series paper pack. So you get 8 sheets of each of those 3 colors instead of having to buy full packs of those colors, because that gets you 24 sheets, and maybe in the beginning you don't need 24 sheets of each of those colors. So you also get the Succulent Garden Ribbon Combo Pack in this suite of products, and then this beautiful stamp set called Oh So Succulent that coordinates with the Succulent Framelits dies. Of course, they've bundled the stamp set and the Framelits together. Make sure you're keeping an eye out for those little ticket looking things. This is the Oh So Succulent bundle, and then where it says saved 10%, those 2 items, when you buy them together, you get 10% off the combined price of both of them. And then over here, can you see the whole suite of products is used to make some super fun projects. Like I said, using all of the products in the Succulent Garden Suite. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. That's my little puppy. His name is Leo. He's, I don't know, I guess he's got a little itch. So he's done now, but that little shake, 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 that was Leo. So someday I'll show you him. The other thing I want to show you that we're using on the cards today is this Sale-a-Bration Designer Tee stamp set. So Sale-a-Bration is a promotion that Stampin' Up! Does every year, January, February, and March. When you spend $50 out of either that Occasions catalog or the annual catalog, you can pick a free Sale-a-Bration item. So this stamp set would be one of those items you could get for free with a $50 order. Again, it's called the Designer Tee Sale-a-Bration stamp set. We used, on the card I'm going to show you today, we are going to stamp Happy Birthday. There are a bunch of other cute sentiments on here. Great kind of lots of different occasions that you can use this stamp set for. This one says, give it some time. Congratulations, everything will be okay. Have it, eat it, do it all. I knew you could, which coordinates really well with the little I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, and a little choo-choo train. I'm sure everybody remembers that book from when they were young. And then here's another one, when in doubt, stamp. I think that's a pretty obvious sentiment. If you're happy and you know it, keep it up. And don't quit your daydream. And of course, probably all of our daydream is to be able to stamp all day long, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I know the other thing I wanted to show you. To make these gift enclosure cards, so these cards right here, you start with a piece of Whisper White cardstock that is 12 inches by 12 inches, so that's a 12 by 12 Whisper White. You cut it in half. If you can see, this is one of the cards. Cut it in half at 6 inches. And then again cut it at 3 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches. And then you do that along the bottom too. So you'd end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little baby gift enclosure cards with one piece of Whisper White cardstock. So that's pretty awesome. You can make a ton of gift enclosure cards with the Whisper White 12 by 12 cardstock. The other thing that I like to do, this is 6 inches long, score it in the middle at 3 inches so it makes that nice crisp fold on your card. Okay, now we can go ahead and get started assembling our card. We are going to add some adhesive. You see that cute little gingham print on that side of the card, and then the succulents on this side. And we are going to add this to our card right here. The other thing I want to make sure to tell everybody is that this Designer Series paper was cut just a little bit smaller, so you just have a little bit of a border around this card. So this card was 3 by 3. The Designer Series paper is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. Okay. Then we are going to do our stamping. That's a piece of mint macaron cardstock. We've got our little happy birthday stamp and our soft suede ink. Always a nice, easy tap, tap, tap. Don't push too hard. You don't want to use all your body weight when you're stamping. And then press straight down and lift straight up. Okay, closing that ink pad up so we don't get any ink on anything we don't want it on. Then we are going to, here it is. These are the stitched oval framelits that come in the Stitched Shapes Framelits dies. In these dies, you get, you see this? This is the oval that we're using, so you get a set of oval, stitched shaped dies, circles, and squares. Now these dies, let's see, you're not going to find them in any of our catalogs, neither the annual catalog or the occasions catalog. They are a pre-release item from the new annual catalog that will come out in June of 2017, but you can order them now. They were on back order when they first came out because they were super popular, but they are available now, so that's why I'm showing them to you today. So make sure you get those because they're so cute. And the other thing that they do is they coordinate really, really well with the layering circle, layering square, and layering oval framelits. Those are the ones that have just a straight circle and then the little scallopy edges, and then also in the ovals and squares too. So, okay, now we're gonna die cut this. So let me grab the big shot. Put that right there. Okay, take that handle out. I always like to use the magnetic platform when I'm working with my framelits and edgelets, and it says that right on that platform too. It just helps hold them in place. Put one clear cutting pad down, and then our paper and our framelit. You can feel how that kind of grips to the magnetic platform, and then our other clear cutting pad. Roll that through. One more crank, it got stuck in there still. Can you see? Aren't those cute, the little stitches around the edges there? So fun. Okay, we're gonna scoot that big shot out of the way. Gonna add a little bit more adhesive, or some adhesive, I guess I should say, to our sentiment. Pop that on our card. Next, we are gonna use, this is the natural trim. This is the gold natural trim. So you can see it's a really pretty, just a sweet kind of dainty vanilla natural ribbon, and then it's got that pretty sparkly gold trim or line going through it. I'm just gonna trim off a little piece of that, and then I like to use my fast fuse for my ribbon. So I'm gonna tack that down. Oops, I might have made it a little long. That's okay, we can trim that off. Put a little bit more so we can get the other side coming back down. Tack that guy down. I'm going to use my ribbon cutting scissors. Going to trim that off a little bit. And then the last step for the card is our Whisper White Baker's Twine. Okay, we're going to pull that out. Stampin' Up! Did a fabulous thing here. They changed the packaging of our Baker's Twine. It used to come on like little pieces of cardboard, or cardboard anyway, that they would like wrap around like this, so those edges got kind of tight and kinked up, so it made kind of funny looking bows sometimes. So now they put it on this spool. We don't have that trouble anymore. Okay, so I am going to tie that bow right there. It's always harder to tie when someone's watching, right? And I always suggest keep the twine on the bolt so you can kind of pull your bow to get it to the size that you want. You're not working with, you know, a teeny tiny little piece of twine. Keep it on there, and then it makes it so much easier to work with. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive on top of our ribbon and pop that on there. And there, isn't that just a super cute little card, right? Then we get to make the envelopes. Did you guys see? These are cute little coordinating envelopes with our Succulent Garden Designer Series paper. Okay, move all this out of the way. We are going to use our envelope punch board. And because these are 3x3 cards on here on the envelope punch board, it tells us if you have a 3x3 card size, you're going to cut your paper for your envelope to 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. And that's what this is right here. This piece of paper measures 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. The next step, actually let me pull that out, get the little scoring tool out. The next step is to line up the corner of your paper at the score line 2 5/8 inches. So we're gonna go, there's 1, there's 2 5/8 right there. So line up the corner of your paper at 2 5/8, and we're gonna punch that. Now scoring, you put your score tool right in there and just kind of nice, oops, I didn't get that in the groove. There is a groove run along there. You almost have to kind of trust it at first, but you can always do it a couple times like that. If you push really hard, you're gonna cut through your paper, and you don't wanna do that. Okay, now because this is a perfectly square piece of paper, we can just line it up again at 2 5/8 and punch and score. If it were more of a rectangular envelope, these directions right here would tell you, can you see that little thing? It's called the score guide. You're gonna line up your score guide with the score line and punch and score again. It just happens that when we line up this score guide, it lines up again with our paper right up at 2 5/8 inches. So I'm gonna punch and score again, nice and easy. I'm gonna do that 2 more times at 2 5/8 inches. Punch and score, and 1 more time. Punch and score. Now the last thing that I like to do, actually I'll put that back in there so I don't lose it, okay? These are at kind of a 90-degree corner type of, on the envelope, the edge of it. I like to round mine, is what I'm trying to tell you. So if you put that little tip right in there and press down, then it will round the edge of our envelope instead of having it kind of a pointy edge. So I'm going to do that on all 4 sides here. Okay, scoot that guy and all those little bits out of the way. So here is our envelope template. Now we just need to fold in on all of our score lines. Okay, we got them all. And I would use fast fuse again on this. It kind of helps keep the envelope together. I was always flipping around trying to decide what do I like best. I'll put that on the inside. Okay, so some fast fuse there, and lay that down. And then some fast fuse there. Maybe got a little bit where I didn't want it. That's okay. And then put that one down. And then where's our little card? Fits right in here. Get those little bits going in too. Oops. Okay, so eventually you get the envelope or the card put in the envelope, and then it just folds up. Isn't that so cute? The other thing I wanted to make sure to mention, that these little cards and envelopes were not my idea. Stampin' Up! Sends us an email each week to demonstrators called Succeed Weekly. And in a recent email that they sent to us, these cards and envelopes were all included in that. And I hadn't used this Succulent Garden Designer Series paper, nor had I really used this stamp set, the Designer Tea stamp set, very much. So it was a great opportunity for me to kind of get in and start playing with them. Anyway, a gal by the name of Ashley Van Camp is the one that they featured in the Succeed Weekly email that created all of these cards and envelopes. And I'm going to actually include that picture that was in the email on my blog post about these cards, so make sure you go back and check that out too at my blog at gatheringinkspiration.com, because then you can see she made a bunch of cards, probably maybe with all of the stamps in the stamp set, so they're all really cute. So then you can see some other ideas too. So I hope you enjoyed these cards today. Like I said, go check out my blog, which is Gathering Inkspiration. Don't forget the K, gatheringinkspiration.com. And remember, you can always shop online 24/7, anytime, day or night, at my website, which is amysuzanne with a Z, .stampinup.net. So I hope you enjoyed these cards today. Thanks so much for sharing with me. Bye-bye.